Good morning and welcome. Happy Sunday. This is your early morning intuitive guidance. I'm Dr. Bonnie Nussbaum here with some wisdom to start your day. And it was an interesting little venture to arrive at what I'm going to share today. So I'll tell you about that in a minute. But good morning, Joniel. Welcome, welcome. You're the first one here today. Glad you are here. Happy Sunday. And we'll give it a minute for everybody to join us. But I'd like us to start with the whole brain posture. And I don't know why, that's what dropped into my head, and I usually honor it when things drop into my head. So we'll give it a minute for a couple more to join us, and then we're going to do the whole brain posture. But today we have a chapter out of Outrageous Openness by Tosha Silver, letting the divine take the lead. And I just thought that was a useful thing for this fine Sunday. So let's do a little bit of breath. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Good morning, Beth. Glad you are here. I could feel that as I was inhaling. There's that one little edge that I wanted to breathe past. And yep, that kind of turns things loose. In through the nose, out through the mouth. One more. In through the nose, out through the mouth. So, whole brain posture. Cross one ankle over the other. Arms out in front like a zombie. Cross at the wrists. Turn your palms down, interlace your fingers. You can rest them in your lap or up to your chest, whatever feels more comfortable. I'm just going to leave them right here for now. See, I got a terrible reflection in my glasses today. Oh well. And they keep drifting left side down because the bow is missing on the right. I'm hoping my new ones come in early because this is kind of like wearing a monocle. It's very strange. So just sitting for a moment, breathing deeply, breathing and allowing. Breathing and observing. Demanding that nothing be different than it is. Allowing. As many more breaths as feels right for you. And when you feel that sense of a settling within, you can undo your hands and tent your fingers, uncross your feet and put them flat. And this just locks in that better state of being that you've attained. And that's kind of a fit for today's reading. What I did was, I knew I wanted to pick something out of the book, but it didn't feel like I was meant to hold it in my hands and open to a page. So I went to the outline of the chapters, contents, and just kind of read through the titles to see what grabbed me. And there were two or three that I picked out first and read those. But I just had that feeling. Not quite it. So, but it may be it for some of you who are watching this later. So I'm going to tell you which ones I read that were the also rans. It was chapter 4, Following the Inner Lead. Chapter 6, Be What You Seek. Chapter 8, When in Doubt, Clean. And we ended up with chapter 15, Be Who You Are, Really. So that's where we're going to be today. Chapter 15, Be Who You Are, Really. And again, one of my little quirky things with this book is when there are two quotes at the beginning of the book. Good morning, Gwen. Glad you're here. I know it's going to be a good chapter for us. Good morning, Ruth Ann. Welcome. Glad you are here. So, for those of you who have the book, Tosha Silver, Outrageous Openness, Letting the Divine Take the Lead. We are on chapter 15. Why bother competing? So the first quote is Crystal Bowersox. We are all winners, you know. Good morning, Janine. Welcome. Glad you're here. Second quote is, I never wanted to be the best. I just wanted to be the best damn me. Lily Tomlin. So I was working with a client maybe a month ago, and she was struggling mightily to match someone she knew who she admired. And somewhere out of nowhere popped, what about being the best Jane instead of a second-rate Sally? And she kind of went like this, opened a door for us to work on the things that she felt weren't okay about Janeness. And that was a really interesting breakthrough. Since then, she's been much more willing to be her inner Janeness than trying to be the second-rate Sally. So I just love that quote. I never wanted to be the best. I just wanted to be the best damn me. Cool. So here's our chapter. Nice deep breath. Let go. Weird. Maybe it's the Mercury retrograde. My inbox was filled all week with 3 different people pestering me to help their friends become Spiritual Author of the Year in some insane online contest. I wrote back to say that there were so many things wrong with this idea, I barely knew where to begin. I mean, a spiritual book contest? Like those world yoga trials where people cram to do the most handstands or alternate nostril breaths in an hour. Talk about oxymorons. I could see her standing on the outside of this going, what is this? I remember one New Year's Day, my pals at Monkey Yoga in Oakland held an event. Whoever did the longest back bend got a stuffed animal or stuffed monkey or a used ragged towel or something, but that was a joke. So when I got these emails, I thought, okay, I know we live in a culture where scarcity and competition are enshrined to the core, but wouldn't a bona fide spiritual book aspire a little higher than this? Think about that. Wouldn't we aspire a little higher than this? Good morning, Abigail. Glad you're here. Welcome, welcome. I mean, why be locked into the same old dog-eat-dog paradigm that's brought the world to the brink of extinction? Mic drop. Let me say it again. Let's see, where is it? Why be locked in the same old dog-eat-dog paradigm that's brought the world to the brink of extinction? Time for a change, people. Time for a change. And why even have a best? Would you really need a smackdown between the Bhagavad Gita and the Bible? Or between the Ramayana and the Quran? Buy your tickets here. Good morning, Nancy. Good morning to whomever just rolled past. Glad you're here. After all, this view of life as one brawling fight with winners and losers is awfully confining. Bonnie's editorial is awfully dangerous and dissatisfying and sets everybody up to lose. Moving on. With God as your source, no one's good can ever take your own. Someone else's good does not detract from your good. We can have multiple goods, multitudinous goods. There's room for all the good. With some focused attention, you can tap into the divine flow at any point. That's what we've been working on, especially out of this book, for years now, right? Just remembering to tap into divine source. It's always there. It's always available. We can quit banging our heads against the wall about, I have to be more, do more, this. No. And what's meant to happen will eventually come. And if you write a book from a particular vibration, everyone who needs it will, one way or another, come to that book. So oftentimes, when I work with people who are writers, and I'm a writer, and I've got several books that are sitting there, stalled out at a particular point. You thought I was perfect, huh? And one of the pieces, a big piece that many writers must work through, is that idea of, I don't have anything to say, it's all been said before, so and so said it and they said it better than I would, blah blah blah, but this is what I feel called to write. Then write it. Because if you're called to write it, there's a group of people waiting who can't hear the message from anyone else. They're meant to hear it from you. So when you speak a truth to somebody, when you educate your kids, your grandkids, whoever, the way you say it, if you're the one they're meant to hear the message from, they will hear it from you. How you present it, how someone else presents it is designed to speak to others, right? So we have multiple carriers of the same message, all delivering it differently, those messages meant for different folks. Doesn't that make total sense? Doesn't that make total sense? Yeah. So, with some focused attention, you can tap into the divine flow at any point. What's meant to happen will eventually come. And if you write a book from a particular and pure vibration, everyone who needs it will find it one way or another. No need to compete. And anyway, can't one person's success actually bolster another's? Why the heck not? Why the heck not? So that is our chapter for today. I love this chapter. Be who you are, really. Again, don't try to be some second-rate version of someone who you put up on a pedestal and think is all that in a bag of chips. I was reading a review or an article on Brooke Shields in, I think it was in Real Simple magazine, and she is fiercely putting the message out. Be who you are. She wrote a new book. It's entitled Brooke Shields is Not Allowed to Grow Old, and she's just kind of laughing at people who still see her as the Calvin Klein blue jeans girl, and she's turning 60 this year, and she says, not doing any plastic surgery, not being anything other than who I am. She's got two daughters, and her youngest daughter really, really, really wants to model. And prior to age 18, Brooke's like, oh, hell no. It's brutal, it's not fun, it's not uplifting, forget it. When you're 18, you get to decide. And then you must deal with the consequences of making that choice. And when you discover that it's brutal and it's not fun and all that stuff, yeah. So, but she's so practical and pragmatic about, I'm 60. Hello. And I'm going to be the best damn 60 I can be. And that's for all of us. Whatever number we are, whatever numbers on the scale, whatever numbers in our clothing, whatever number is on our birth certificate, does not matter. We get to be the best us at that particular point in time that we can be. So, how you doing on that? How you doing on being the best you can be in this moment in time? And if there's some place where you go, ooh, yeah, kind of not letting thrill me out, what do you want to do about that? What are you willing to do about that? To tap into that real you. And as my friend China says, I may not be everybody's cup of tea, but not everybody likes tea. Be who you are. Be who you are. Whatever the outcome of that. The people who love you and accept you as you are, the people who value your exact beingness, the people who are like, yeah, love them on their way. Love them on their way. Be who you are. Really. That's our chapter for today. And just want to say too, I'm looking forward to my Sunday morning coffee group. I think there's 7 of you. Yes, we're all a work in progress. How awesome is that? How awesome is that? And we can enjoy approaching becoming more usness, right? Doesn't have to be a fight, a battle, look, I'm not good enough, any of that crap. Just, yeah. So I'm looking forward to our morning coffee. And for those of you who aren't signed up and would like to be, I'll keep checking. Send me your email address to Bonnie at empowermentandpurpose.com. And we will be connecting at 7 o'clock Central Time this morning and for an hour, and just have some conversation, enjoy each other's company, sip our beverage of choice, and have a day. So I'll see some of you shortly, see some of you tomorrow morning. Remember, you are capable of far more than you think you are, including being the best you can be. Bye-bye.